This is Zuera Iliassu. Zuera is the reason why I originally came to Handaga, to see her as my sponsored child from World Vision. And I am now here for the 7th time, and the whole idea of this now is it's got bigger than Zuera. We are now helping 750 people in the village, and Zuera started it all off. This is the village first aider. Come and say hello. Come on. Hello. How are you? Yeah? Okay. So now, we must ask, is there any other children apart from Hassan's wife's baby that requires hospital treatment? When was the last time this lady saw the World Vision to help her? Has anyone been to see her since I was here?
It's a long time now. They don't see Vision Monday.
Okay.
World Vision.
Okay.
She says now a year.
A year.
Yeah.
1 year. 1 year.
Yeah, a
okay.
year. 1 year.
Thank you. We're at the hospital at Chateaumarc now. So this is a clinic, but it has an African doctor who is experienced in treating the malaria that some of the children have now. Some of the babies, when they have malaria, it can be fatal immediately. So it's quicker that we get them the treatment and the anti-malarial pills, the better. How are we going?
Okay, I asked him for get the consultation. He says he's coming.
You look at their faces, they're all sad. There is no happiness here at the moment. And I suppose if I had malaria, I would feel sad. So the system works that if the child is under 5 years old, the state pays for its treatment. Once the child is over 5 or you're an adult, you get no help from the state. So in a village like Handaga, where the first aider has no drugs being supplied to her, the idea is, the World Vision idea is that each person who gets treatment hands over money to the first aider and she buys more drugs. But if everyone in the village has no money, how can they buy their treatment and their drugs? It is impossible. It is a failed system. And anyone over 5 or adults will not get treatment. They have no SAFA to get their treatment, so they either survive, get better, or they die. It's that simple. This is probably a good example of what is wrong with the mother and the baby and the mortality rate in children under 5, 70%. And this mother hasn't got enough milk for her baby. The village is in famine, so there's not enough food. She's not creating sufficient milk by the natural process. And this is the only way that this baby can survive, is by giving her an artificial supplement milk. Okay, we're standing with the Handaga school headmaster. His name is Ibro. Ibro is wearing a World Vision t-shirt, but they are given out for him. Ibro has 4 main classrooms here, and he's also got a mud classroom. He has over 350 pupils in his school, and over 300 of the pupils are World Vision sponsored from UK families. We have been working in this school now for just over a year, improving the decor, reinforcing the floors, And the next stage that Ibro has now is we have given him sufficient paint to repaint all his blackboards. He's got all his school textbooks, his pencils and his pens, and special chalkboards for the children to write individually on, and they are going to be for the next phase of it. But when we come back next Wednesday, we bring with us three sacks of rice and some tomato paste and some bouillon to give him as a starter for the next school term, because the food from the World Food Programme doesn't normally arrive 3 weeks after his school has started. And the school meal is very, very important to the children, because that school meal forms the basis of their diet. And sometimes if the children don't get a lunchtime meal, they won't come to school because they travel all the way from the bush to get to the school. So Ebro recognises the importance of the school meal, and that's presented every day to the children. They eat out of communal bowls and they have a good meal, and we know that that's their best meal of the day. So we're in Ebro's school at the moment because we have torrential rain outside, which is the best thing for Handaga at the moment. It will make the millet grow stronger and quicker, and the ground is actually pooling now from where the water's coming off the roof of the school and it's not being collected. If they did basic rainwater harvesting here, with the volume of rain they're getting, they will be able to keep that water and use it throughout the year. It's another thing that we want to introduce here, and it's another thing that's not been introduced in the 9 years that World Vision's tenure has been in this school. Last time I left here in June, I understand that World Vision came to see the chief and asked him to choose between World Vision and me. Is that correct?
Anika before that aka World Vision kanongo zoom handora gani kan wara masambu inga wala World Vision wala some church wa anya wara goga dida haiwate agoga han wara matan wara goga di haiwa
mbe wokai isana woki ni handadi ina hadin ge ni ba wal bolo ni ba inde bolo woki sin ni ba za mi yo o no ni sano ga no mai sano bumbo ka ba action ago ni hundela.
Okay, he said what the answer they give to World Vision is just like you know, you are their friend, so they don't go more far than that.
Okay. One thing you never responded to, which was a direct question, and you haven't told the camera the answer, is whether World Vision did ask the chief to choose between World Vision supporting Handaga Village and Mervyn Church supporting Handaga Village. I never got an answer to the camera.
Stopping.
I asked him, did you think it's okay or not?
Ask him once more the question.
Yeah, and he just said to me, I don't want to bother him.
No.
To ask him again and
It's
the
an
same
important question.
Yeah, I know, but
You
I ne koi na imara ha koi ni.
Ayo.
Zaka nsinge wo kamera wo go yuni go niti. Ni faham.
Pa.
Ya dinga son agoga ha you ask again, you answer question and explain word by word.
Because what I don't want to do is upset World Vision, do I? Because they are a big, powerful organisation. And I don't want to upset them, so I want to know whether that is true, that they did come here and say to the chief that he must choose between World Vision supporting Handaga Village and Mervyn Church supporting Handaga Village. And also whether he's had any help from World Vision.
Anekan hal chimino kan World Vision ka ani da awara masambu Mervyn Church wara masambu World Vision agoga hanu agoga ni hal
chimino ikawale ne fere bumbo ni pega ka nan kan de indi fere godi ina gare gunoma.
Okay.
Hunanya mekuka.
He said, what is the garden is where they come asking that.
Okay.
So I go to Hakoini. If you know World Vision, go to Tear and see.
I like vision, I get that.
It's long time they don't see World Vision.
Okay, nothing done. No. Okay, when I spoke to World Vision in UK, they told me that they had a 5-year plan organised for the Terra region. Has anyone told the chief and the village what the new plan is?
Aneka inga elabora an vision mondiale ha il faut no igogote batamara ini ase kan igonda plan girugu wana se son agogara ha the world vision kanango amchabara se plan wala disalara se plan wo
Para no ko.
Plan petit dans sécurité. Sécurité.
Sigire zajiro kini te imanye kibogote ini te ini yo. Aya mai
giri fono son
sig palam
giri majino
gisele mai
woki te ginga la mi ashwa ni
Oui, da gaya ba
giri margi
ato ça fait 4 ans de cela.
ato giri taji.
Since 4 years they stay with him, they talk together with World Vision, and after this talk he have with World Vision, they don't have no plan. So
4 years.
4 years.
Zamini ha bang fensi